Welcome to News Generation. Coming up, pupils in Bomigo in the Keita municipality are forced to rely on the use of keyboards made of clay to study ICT. Plus, 11-year-old Peace Delali Nicole from Benin passes the baccalaureate exams with flying colors. And parents have been encouraged to invest more in educating their wards. All this and more we have lined up for you. My name is Faustina Safo. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.
Lonely Mr. also has a problem with his radio.
Mission time!
My big brother always stealing my cowbell coconut milk power cable. Check. Circuit board. Check.
Hanger, cowbell, mug, check. Radio,
check.
More flavors are better than one. Cowbell is fortified with protein, mineral, vitamin A, C, D, E, and K to help you complete the mission. Cowbell comes in coconut, strawberry, choco malt, and Mr. Owusu's favorite, mocha. There's something for everyone.
mission accomplished!
Welcome back from the break. Remember, you can join our conversations online. Find us on Facebook at News Generation GH and on Twitter at NewsGenGH. Now to our first story. The absence of computers in schools for the teaching of ICT continues to remain a major talking point in the country. At Bomigo, an island in the Keita municipality of the Volta region, for example, teachers have been forced to rely on keyboards made of clay to effectively teach students ICT. There's more in this report.
Bomigo is totally surrounded by water. The town is best known for the large deposits of clay, but that is not the only unique thing about this community. They also have no access to electricity, a situation residents say is adversely affecting development there. The school located in this island is dilapidated, and like many across the country, there are not enough teaching materials for teachers to use. As a result, teachers here are forced to improvise. A case in point is the teaching of ICT.
You plug it here before you can use it. And this is what we call cordless mouse, all of you.
Cordless mouse.
Cordless mouse.
Cordless mouse.
Or wireless mouse.
Wireless.
It has no cord. I hope you can see the cord for this one.
Yes.
And this one, it has no cord. That's why we call it what? Cordless mouse. Again, cordless mouse.
There are no computers and accessories here for ICT lessons. The teacher uses his single laptop to lead the teaching, and the pupils have to imagine what computers are by relying on computer accessories like keyboard molded of clay. One of the teachers I spoke to, Thomas Ahiabo, believes relying on clay molded computer accessories, although not the best, is the best they can do under the circumstances.
And sometimes I made use of the one laptop for the basics class 1 to 6 also. And most of the times my battery ran down. I only use it for 30 minutes, then it will run down. I have to go and look for light because the place I'm teaching, there's no lights. And we have only power band for the use of the laptop, but we don't have the inverter on it. So for now, we are not making use of it. And the children find it difficult to learn using one laptop because they have to practice. So it's only one person who can use the laptop. The rest, they'll be idle, looking, playing around. You have to tell them to keep quiet. So I told them to mobilize using mat, to mobilize laptop, mobile phone, power band, anything related to ICT. And they did that and used it in the class. And they did the laptop using mat. They created the keyboards on it, the function keys, the bottom row keys, the upper keys, the caps lock, and everything.
We find it difficult to learn ICT because we don't have laptop.
Our school our building structure is not good. Okay. As you can see, as here, this was constructed by the the community.
Okay.
So, as the only problem we have here too, the community, we don't have any government work also here. We are pleading the government to come and assist us.
Residents here want government to come to their aid and help develop the numerous tourist sites they have here, including the scenic mangroves. According to them, developing these sites could transform the community and make it possible for them to buy enough ICT teaching equipment to save the children from this regressive teaching and learning experience. Reporting from Bomigo, Ivy Satoji for Joy News.
Now, on New Generation, we're advocating for computers for all the public schools across the country. So you can join our fight on social media with the hashtag #ChangeNow, and then you can send your comments as well to us on Facebook and on Twitter. Well, moving on, education is the key to lifting the society out of poverty and ignorance, and it is also necessary for every community that is striving for sustainable development. This is according to the Deputy Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Gifty Chum Ampofu, and there's more in this report.
Gifty Chum Ampofu made the assertion at a graduation ceremony of Association Basic Model School in Accra.
Education is the key to lifting the society out of poverty. And I want us to take time to applaud all parents here who have committed themselves to ensuring that their children get the best in education. In spite of the fact that Headmaster enumerated a number of parents who do not do their best. But on this occasion, I appeal to all parents. Remember the statement, education is the key to lifting a society out of poverty and ignorance. So no matter how needy you are, remember you need to take your children out of poverty.
Following the success of the school as a model school in the municipal, the Member of Parliament for Ladade Kotompon Municipal Assembly, Vincent Sowa Odote, promised to improve upon its infrastructure.
We would ensure that your computer lab is well equipped, and also we are looking at a system where you have connectivity as well, so that the other public schools will benefit from the expertise and the competences of the Mr. Chakle that you kept on mentioning about, so that other public schools will have access to his tuition online and in real time.
On his part, the headmaster of Association Basic Model School, Theo Ni Ejay, said, though school is doing well academically, the school faces some challenges.
There are 2 classroom blocks, 14 classrooms, library, and common rooms are all in a fairly good condition. We have been doing our best to maintain them sufficiently. Our furniture situation, though very good, we need a few more additions, given the fast deteriorating states they find themselves in. As is normal in all human institutions, Association Community Model Basic School has some challenges bedeviling its existence as a school. Parents, unfortunately, constitute a big chunk of these challenges. We have a growing number of parents who are shirking their responsibilities of providing basic educational needs for their wards. It begs understanding as to how and why parents will refuse to buy textbooks, notebooks, and other essentials for their wards. There is this batch of parents too who simply seek admissions for their wards, dump them on us, and that will be the very last that we see of them. They will neither attend PTA meetings nor honor invitations from school authorities. Yet a third batch of parents simply refuse to honor their financial obligations for several terms, thus creating financial constraints on the administration of the school.
News Generation spoke with some of the graduates.
It's only God that can that has taken care of me through my primary school till the JHS level. And another person I should thank is my parents, because if it's not for them who brought me to the school, I wouldn't have been here right now. And also to the teachers for teaching me, correcting me in any mistake I do. They correct me, and now I've graduated.
We are in need of a canteen. Our canteen is not in a good shape. This makes the students take a very long time in buying their food. It also makes them late for class. We also need more classrooms because the student population is increasing.
The occasion was also used to award pupils and graduates with certificates and prizes.
Now to the part I love. Let me see by hands those of you who would like to be poets, spoken word artists, or painters in future. I thought as much. Not too many of you, right? Well, analysts say the absence of proper grooming and support systems for young artists is a major contributing factor to why young people shun away from the profession. But 21-year-old live painter Lazarus Fiebo is hoping to change how people see art with his dream of becoming a renowned professional artist. Let's see. Self-taught live painter Lazarus Fiebo is willing to go the extra mile to prove himself to the world. It was during this self-searching trip that he discovered live painting.
I used to paint just like how other guys do it. Normal mediums like acrylic on canvas and stuff. I learned that it wasn't something, it was kind of cliche, everybody was doing the same thing. So I decided to do something different. Yeah, so that's how it was started.
As a young artist striving to carve a niche for himself, Lazarus tells me he never had the support he desired, even at home.
I wasn't encouraged, as in my parents wouldn't let me do it as a formal. I didn't take formal education on arts. I'm a science student. I had a major show in Ho, and then from there it was like a big break for me. They started believing in me, they bought me colors and stuff.
Despite the odds, he's willing to pursue art as a full-time profession. But spoken word artist Joel Kingspeak sees differently.
Because I didn't create me, Dad and Mom came together to create me, so I don't understand why you're blaming me.
When you look at our parts of the world, like art itself doesn't sell much, but we strategized ways through which we can make it work for us. As in, mostly if you rely only on what you do, you won't fetch much. So sometimes you can have a side job, not any job. Sometimes some jobs you get can push you away from what you do. So you can get a side job that can still keep you with your art.
The level 300 students of the Kwame Nkrumah Technical University is using art to address social issues. Currently studying geography and rural development, Joel Kingspeak believes artists must acquire some level of education to join to their art.
Mostly people think if you are doing art, you shouldn't educate yourself. But if you don't educate yourself, how do you put these things on people? Like footballers, mostly they don't speak good English. So to express myself very well, I need to educate myself. And education itself isn't just schooling. Schooling is an aspect of education. Education is all around us.
Female poet Yaganoma, on the other hand, is driven by her passion for poetry and is not concerned about the monetary aspect of the art. Her dream is to help children discover and groom their artistic side, thus her desire to become an art educator.
Basically, I want to teach kids how to be more analytical using words. Instead of just chew, pour, pass and forget, be able to use words that can express how they feel. And they say the pen is mightier than the sword, which is true. If you know how to speak and you know when to speak, then you can get yourself through doors that normally would not open to you because of the environment you come from. So for me, it's being able to attract children from underprivileged environments that use words to get to where they need to be.
For News Generation, Faustina Safa.
Well, there's more news in local news round.
At the Abeka District Court, lawyers for Abelempe Mawako branch manager Jihad Chaban, who is standing trial for assaulting a caterer at the restaurant on Wednesday, managed to get the judge to hold on with delivering her ruling. They explained they were seeking an out-of-court settlement with the caterer. Jihad, who was accused of shoving the face of Evelyn Boache into blended pepper, was arraigned before the court on the charges of offensive conduct, assault and causing harm. Just when the magistrate, Victoria Gansa, was about delivering her judgment, lawyer for Jihad, led by Julio de Medeiros, told the court they had succeeded in getting the caterer to agree on an out-of-court settlement, the terms of which had been filed at the court on Monday, July 24. There is a looming epidemic of mango-bacterial black spot disease in Ghana, as an outbreak is reported in Kintampo in the Brunhafo region. An entomologist at the Crops Research Institute says the disease has been detected in some parts of the country in the last 7 years. Over 300,000 students who wrote this year's basic certificate examination are set to benefit from government's free SHS policy in the next few weeks. This is because the government says the policy will be implemented despite the concerns raised that Ghana may not have the money now to fully roll it out. At the Meet the Press series in Accra, Sector Minister Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh said any Ghanaian who passes the BEC and is placed by the computer placement system will benefit. He also dismissed comments that the economy may not be in the best of options for implementation this year. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh said the World Bank is also considering giving out $40 million to support the initiative in addition to the 400 million cedis government has allocated for the 2017-2018 academic year.
We're taking this quick break, and when News Generation comes back, we'll tell you about what's happening in the Electoral Commission. Do stay.
Lonely Mr. also has a problem with his radio. Mission time!
My big brother always stealing my cowbell coconut milk power cable. Check.
Second word, check. Hanger, cowbell, mug, check. Radio, check.
More flavors are better than one. Cowbell is fortified with protein, mineral, vitamin A, C, D, E, and K to help you complete the mission. Cowbell comes in coconut, strawberry, choco malt, and Mr. Owusu's favorite, mocha. There's something for everyone.
Mission accomplished!
Welcome back from the break. Remember, you can join our conversations online. Find us on Facebook at News Generation GH and on Twitter at NewsGenGH. Now, let's talk about the EC, shall we? Some aggrieved employees of the Electoral Commission have petitioned President Nana Akufo-Addo to dismiss the chairperson of the commission, Charlotte Osei. The employees, in a statement, insisted that Mrs. Osei should be impeached for bringing the commission's name into disrepute by single-handedly petitioning Iyoko on the alleged embezzlement of staff funds. In responding to the petition against her, Mrs. Charlotte Osei pointed accusing fingers to her two deputies, saying they were disrespectful. This led to counter-accusations amongst the three. Now, on WhatsApp today, we asked you, should the EC boss, Charlotte Osei, and her two deputies step aside in the wake of the current commotion in the EC? You've been sharing your views with us.
I think it is true because the issue arising is quite confusing and not understandable, because I heard there was some money being collected by her during the voting time, that's 2016. So due to that issue alone, I think some people have lost trust. They can be collected at the place they did wrong so that they can continue the
good work they are doing.
What I got to know is that there's a money saga which is going on in the commission. In which I learned she has taken some money, she has spent some money from the commission, which is not right. So the commission is not happy with her, so they want her out. I think they should hold her on and make an investigation about all that's going on in the commission.
In Ghana, everything we need to investigate before we prove to it. So as for me, I want them to investigate on it well before they will set her aside. It's not a disgrace at all because we haven't investigated on it, so we don't know who is right and who is wrong.
What I know about the current EC boss is that he said he has spent some $760,000 also for biometric registration. That's what I've heard. This current situation has brought disgrace to the Electoral Commission.
It is a rumor, but I think it should be investigated. Because I think we have accountants over there. It should be investigated that maybe at this point in time she issued a check of this amount or something like that. It's quite unfortunate because if incident like this happen, most of the time you lose trust in the person. You see, but at the same time, I believe that it should be more consideration has to be given to that. To investigate and then see and make sure that things are put at the right place.
Well, I have a solution for the Electoral Commission. They could just appoint me the EC and we could all be happy moving forward. Well, now let's do some sports, shall we? The football season is almost here and the foreign-based Ghanaian players are gearing up to make history for their various clubs this season. Here's a report on how they fared last season.
As Ghana seeks to secure a place in the World Cup and end the cup draw by letting the African Cup of Nations trophy, Coach Kwesi Appiah just ended his tour in the USA monitoring Ghana's foreign-based players. Let's kick off with the English Premier League, where we have the siblings Jordan and Andre Ayew. Jordan Ayew plays as an attacker for his senior brother's former club Swansea. He joined Swansea from Aston Villa for an undisclosed amount and made 14 appearances in the last season, scoring just 1 goal. He made a total of 14 successful tackles with a shooting accuracy of 50%, registered 12 shots with 6 of them on target and had 3 assists to his credit. Andre Ayew, senior brother of Jordan, is also an attacker and spent his 2016-17 season with West Ham, joining from Swansea for an amount of €24 million. Ayew made 24 appearances, scoring 6 goals and had 34 shots with 13 on target and shooting accuracy of 38% to his credit. He made a total of 17 tackles and 10 interceptions. He was although sidelined for more than a month due to a serious thigh injury. Also in the English Premier League is the midfielder Daniel Amati, who plays his football for Leicester City. He joined Leicester as a replacement for N'Golo Kante, who moved away to Chelsea. Amati made a total of 24 appearances for Leicester, scoring 1 goal. He also had 1 assist registered in his name and a total of 14 shots with 5 on target and a shooting accuracy of 36%. Let's move away from the English Premier League and head towards the La Liga, where Kevin Prince-Boateng is an attacking midfielder who played his football for Las Palmas last season. He made 28 appearances for his side and netted 10 goals. He had a shot accuracy of 51% and a pass accuracy of 77%. Prince-Boateng was named in the La Liga Team of the Season and also voted the best Ghanaian player in Europe, securing 40% of the cards, leaving the percentage left for fellow Ghanaian teammates Majed Waris, Christian Achu and Frank Echampong. Let's make a return to the EPL. Jeffrey Schlapp is a left back and also plays as a winger. He played for Crystal Palace last season, appearing for them 19 times with a total completion of 349 passes and 35 successful tackles and a tackle success of 80% and 26 clean interceptions. He also had a total of 15 crosses and a cross accuracy of 13%. Also in the Premier League is Timothy Fosu-Mensah. Timothy plays primarily as a central midfielder and occasionally as a right back. Fosu-Mensah is 19 years of age, but he seems to be breaking into Manchester United's main squad. He made 4 appearances for Manchester United with a total of 5 tackles and a tackle percentage of 60. He also completed 41 passes and made 2 neat interceptions. He is not a first-team player because of competition for much experienced players like Antonio Valencia and Darmian. He also has setbacks from a serious shoulder injury, but he is described as a very capable player with a bright future. Ifeanyi Akwa is a central midfielder who plays for Torino in the Italian Serie A. He has been with the Italian Giants since July 2015 and made a total of 20 appearances last season, netting 2 goals. He has 16 shots in total with 5 on target and a shot accuracy of 45%. and a pass accuracy of 83%. Let's end with Majid Waris. Majid is an attacker and plays for Lorient in the Ligue 1. He made 35 appearances, recording 9 goals and 5 assists for them. Last season, he played a total of 63 matches and scored 23 goals in all 2 competitions Lorient participated in. Ghana has a lot of talent outside and locally as well. All what is left with is proper management to harness all these qualities to make Ghana a football power once more. Reporting for News Generation is Michelle Quino.
Africa has a lot of potentials. This has been proven by 11-year-old Peace Delali Nicole from Benin. The young boy could write English and French without any mistakes at a tender age of 4. He has passed the baccalaureate exams with flying colors and the world is talking about him.
Peace Delali Nicole, the youngest person to sit the baccalaureate exam in Benin this year, has passed with top grades. The shy 11-year-old said he was happy and relieved to achieve 17 out of 20 in maths because he plans to study economics at university. While most students sit the baccalaureate exams at the age of 18, Peace was given special permission by the government to take the assessment 7 years early. His school teacher and father, Parfait Afoto Nicole, says Peace showed early signs of promise. According to Afotu, his son skipped the 6th and 7th grades, did his 8th and 9th grades at the CTH private school, and at the end he obtained his BEPC. He stayed in the same school and enrolled the following year, first in 11th grade, and this year in 12th grade, the last grade of high school. Now, the question that is asked by many is, will Nicole Peace Delali get his baccalaureate at 11? With all the nation's attention captivated by these little journeys, all Beninese will keenly follow the outcome of the next challenge of the gifted child.
Well, that's all for News Generation this week. Remember, you can join our conversations online. Find us on Facebook at News Generation GH and on Twitter at NewsGenGH. Until we meet again, remember these words. Why fit in when you can stand out? So make every attempt to stand out in whatever you do this week. My name is Faustina Safo. For myself and my production crew, do have a wonderful weekend as you enjoy the rest of our programs.
News Generation, supported by
Cowbell with Vitamin.